4 here at SCF, EUH 1000. Everybody, we took our test last week. I hope everybody did well on the test. I'll get those graded soon, definitely before the end of this week. And so I hope everybody did really well. Remember, if you didn't do well, it's not the end of the world. We have lots of other opportunities to bring the grade up. We have the extra credit. Of course, you guys are watching these videos and getting the extra credit for this. So there's extra credit opportunities in the class. We also have a couple more tests. We also have a paper that's coming due week 6. You don't have to freak out about the paper yet. Next week in week 5, I'll have some information on the paper for you. It's not a long paper, so there's no reason to panic about it. But don't worry about it if you didn't do fantastic on the first test. Just remember that let's put our best foot forward for the rest of the class. This week, just graded discussion forum this week. No quizzes, no tests. Give you a nice down week in between the first test and starting to think about the paper. So this week, just discussion. We're looking at ancient Greece this week. And in addition to reading from our textbook, Cole & Symes, we're still in, kind of chapter 3 and 4 in our textbook by Cole & Symes. But in addition to that, I have a couple of primary source documents up in Canvas. They are in one, but there's 2 documents put together in one PDF. And these relate to women in the ancient Greek and Hellenistic world. The Hellenistic world is a term used to refer to the greater Greek world. So the influence of Greek culture throughout the broader Mediterranean world and beyond. And so I have a couple of documents that relate to women in ancient Greece. Greece was a very patriarchal society, but yet we do have a few examples of some really, really exceptional women that played a very fundamental role in ancient Greece, and we can learn a lot about gender in ancient Greece, women in ancient Greece, by examining the experiences of these individuals. And so I want you to read these documents. One pertains to women in ancient Greece. The other relates to Hypatia and the murder of Hypatia, which occurred actually after the emergence of the Common Era, the sort of period that you guys would know as AD. We tend to call it CE, but at the latter stages of the Hellenistic age. But is also, of course, she's murdered in Alexandria, but her death is largely considered the end of sort of the Hellenistic age, an age that was really, in a lot of respects, kicked off by the influence of ancient Greece. So read those 2 primary source documents, participate in this week's discussion forum, and other than that, relatively down week. So, do your reading, read our textbook, chapters 3 and 4, if you haven't already. Read the 2 primary source documents on women in ancient Greece and on the murder of Hypatia, and participate in the discussion forum, and let's have a great week. The factoid for this week, remember, extra credit. If you want that extra credit and it adds to a test score at the end of the term, email me this factoid no later than Wednesday by midnight. It just takes a few minutes to watch this video and to then email me. So email me this factoid. The factoid is this. The height, if you will, of classical ancient Greece really occurred during the period of time in which an individual known as Pericles was ruling ancient Athens. Pericles is associated with the construction of the Parthenon, the greatest monument of the ancient Greek world. And of course, Aspasia, who you will read about this week, very influential woman in the Greek world, was a close confidant of Pericles and advised him on many, many matters. So this week's factoid is Pericles, the leader of Athens at its absolute height, during the height of Athenian democracy, and during the period of time in which the Parthenon was constructed. Okay, let's have a great week. Email me if you have any questions, and definitely email me that factoid no later than Wednesday by midnight, and let's have a great week, everybody.